multiplication. Here is an example problem. Again, you will find today 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3. 234 times 123. We talked about this a little bit before when we did double-digit multiplication. What you have to remember is that when we're multiplying this times this, it's really in condensed form the same thing as multiplying, it's the same thing as multiplying 234 times 100 and multiplying 234 times 20, because that 2 is in the tens place, and multiplying 234 times 3, and then adding all of those answers together. Okay, but rather than separating it into big groups like this, we do it all as one big thing. And we start with doing this part of it first. You always start bottom right with that number there and multiply through. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. Carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, and that's 7. Okay? Now here's where most people, if they go wrong with this, go wrong. Remember this 2 is not just a 2, it is this 20, because it's in the tens place. That's why when you get to that second digit over, when you get to this 2, you have to start automatically by putting 1 0 down there. And then you multiply by your 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. And 2 times 2 is 4. Okay. Then, children, okay, we've got still this 1 left, but you have to remember this 1 is not just the 1, it is 100 because it's in the hundreds place. So when you get to this next one over, you have to actually stop and put 2 zeros down. Okay, and then you multiply through by the 1. 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 2 is 2. And now once you get all of that multiplication done, then it ends up being an addition problem. Because you have to add what you got when you multiplied 3 by that, 20 by that, and 100 by that. Adding it all together, you get 2, 8, what's that? 17, 8, and 2. 28,782. And once again, if you struggle with your multiplication tables, this is going to take you so much longer than it needs to. Okay, you need to know that 7 times 8 is 56, or 6 times 8 is 48, or 9 times 5 is 45, or any of those things. You know, once you get stuck on that, plus, please stop clicking your pens, plus, if it takes you a long time to think about what 8 times 7 is, a lot of times you'll do, but while you're thinking about it, you'll forget about where you're at in your problem, and you'll lose your place, and then you'll get messed up because you'll just lose your place and not get the right thing. Let's do another one. What if I have 436 times 214? Go ahead, do that problem for me. And again, remember, when you multiply by the 1, you got to start with 1 0. When you get to the 2, you have to start with 2 zeros down there. Because it's not times 1, it's times 10, it's 200. Raise your hand when you finish, knowing that there are 9 separate multiplication problems in that. And then probably 4 or 5 addition, probably more than that. And the neater you are, the better your chance of getting it. Let's take a quick gander here. No zeros needed when you start with this 4. 4 times 6 is 24. Carry the 2. 12 plus 2 is 14. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is... How many people got this for their first row? 1, 7, 4, 4. Perfect. When you get to the second row, God bless you.
Thank you.
When you get to the second row, when you get to the 1, you have to start by adding a 0. And then you multiply 1 times 6, 1 times 3, 1 times 4. How many people got row number 2 right? So far we're on a roll. And then the last row, when you get to the hundreds place, this 2, you have to start with 2 zeros. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 2 times 4 is 8. How many people got the third row right? And then hopefully you can bring it home by doing your adding right. 4 plus 0 plus 0. 4 plus 6 is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. 11 and 2 is 13. 11, 12, 13. 93,304.
Yes. Yes.
Did everybody catch on to that?
Yeah.